Alright guys, right behind me we have a 97 Acura Integra. It's a 4-cylinder engine, and we have a water pump leaking on this car. The car overheats. Right on the right side there's a small amount of puddle if you let the car run for 5 minutes and the antifreeze shows up, and the car overheats after the level drops down after probably a few days. So anyways, customer here bring me the water pump. I'm gonna be ordering the timing belt, and we already replaced the alternator power steering belt. If you need to do the seals, we're gonna do the seals inside the crank seal, the cam seal. That's if the customer says do it. But anyways, this is what we're gonna be doing today. You're gonna see me do the complete process. And this is Essence water pump. Very good water pump. Don't put that Gates water pump in it. We put pump in this 2 years back and it leaked, alright? And they're known to be not good quality pumps, but I use them. If you get lucky, they last for a long time. But this is a good pump, alright? The part number on this is WPH047, alright? You can find it online, Amazon, maybe eBay, and there's another number after the part number. It's 19200P75003, alright? So let's take a look at this water pump. If I open the package, it comes with the seal. And there goes my seal on the floor. I'll pick it up in a moment. The box we no longer need. Let's open up this package. Alright guys, there's the water pump. And this is what we're going to be replacing on this car. It's about 3 to 4 hour job, but you'll see a little bit less time in this video. And what this pump does is it turns with the timing belt, so do replace the timing belt in there, and make sure you get the timing alignments marked correct. You'll see it in this video. So all it does is turns this pump and pumps the water, and it makes it circulate in the engine as the thermostat opens. And it comes with the seal. This is a good seal. You get the seal. So there's the seal and the water pump, guys. So that's what we're going to be replacing on this Acura Integra, right? This is 97. If you have a year, any other year, same procedure. Alright guys, please subscribe, share, and like all of my videos. And let's get. Alright guys, first thing first. We're going to drain the antifreeze. There's a radiator drainer like down here. Just look into it. It's right there. I use that little red cap from a spray bottle, so it guides the antifreeze to come down into my bucket straight. Alright, that's first. Alright guys, the antifreeze is coming down, as you can see in here. Anyways, open the cap up. If your car is not hot, make sure your car is nice and cold, alright? You don't want to work on it and burn your hands. Open this cap, and it's going to release the antifreeze to drop down there. Save this cap, put it somewhere nice and safe. I usually like to put everything on this side to that side. Anyways, so we're going to be removing this cover here. Cover got a lot of bolts, as you can see right here. We're going to pull out these ignition coils, keep them in order. We're going to remove this, remove that pipe, and there's some bolts on the back end. And we're going to remove both of the belts here. We're going to take this power steering pump to remove the number 12 bolts and just put it to the side. And there's a belt down below. We're going to remove that also. I'm going to take off this number 10 to make my life easy. And we're going to put this valve cover to the side, alright? Alright guys, so to start off, we're going to release this number 12 right here. So use a ratchet or a wrench. And this pump has a bolt all the way down there, another number 12. Which we're going to just... Okay, this pump has one bolt there. And then it has one bolt right down there, guys, alright? Once you have both of these loose, what's gonna happen next is you're gonna be... Alright guys, I have somebody show it up. Anyway, if this does not turn, guys, use a needle nose to turn this. Put some WD-40 on it, and then it should turn freely. All right. Anyways, this is to lose the tension. Now we're gonna be able to remove this belt right here, but we're gonna completely remove this guy. We're gonna remove this little Mickey Mouse ear looking thing here. Alright, because we're gonna completely remove the pump and put it to the side. And just remove the belt at a point where you can. Antifreeze is still draining. We're gonna let it drain out good. There it goes, guys. Put it somewhere where you're not gonna lose it. After that, what I like to do is I'm gonna tighten this bolt. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm gonna tighten this bolt. Because this is gonna hold for me so I can easily remove the bottom bolt, alright? There's no load on the bottom bolt, it's sitting perfectly straight. The bottom bolt is a little difficult, not difficult, it's just if you select which one is hard, the top one or the bottom one is harder than the top one. Alright guys? So do keep your bolts in order because they might be longer and shorter, so this is longer than this one, alright? Probably it's the same size, but I'm still not gonna mess up the order. Reason why I'm gonna remove this pump completely is because it's gonna give me a lot of clearance, alright? This whole bull hose is gonna move. Here's another bolt. It's thicker, alright? So what I can do is just move this power steering pump reservoir and the whole assembly will go to the side, alright? And now we will have access down there to the tensioner bolt for the AC system, alright guys? But we need to remove a couple of things before we go down there. So let's just remove this out of the way. So just take your ignition coils one by one, make sure there's no oil in it. If this has oil in it, replace the gasket. And I'm not gonna be replacing the gasket on this one because the customer said he'd done it and I see oil leak there, but what can we do, guys? Just be careful with these cables. You don't want to break them, all right? And then keep them in order. You don't want to mess up the order because if you do mess up the order, it's gonna misfire. These cables are they're like length. They have lengths, so that's how I'm gonna know which one goes where. All right, guys. So far, looking good, guys. All right, let's just move our camera a little bit up. So what we're gonna do is easy, gently. You can pull out this PCV valve, all right? This hose is very old and it's hard. You don't want to damage it. You have another hose back over here. Remove that. All right, and just pull off the vacuum line there, all right? That's a vacuum line also. All right, guys? Now I'm gonna go get more tools, number 10 pretty much. I'm gonna remove all the bolts around it or loosen them, let them sit there, but all right, let's do that together. Let me go get the tools. All right, guys. Got me number 10 here with my electric gun. So I'm gonna remove all these bolts and I'm gonna put it somewhere safe. Remove this ground, make sure you put the ground back. All right, and this thing has little grommets on the top. These all has grommets, so don't lose those, guys. Alright, guys. So all I'm doing is moving everything all around here. I even took off this power steering line bracket there. Let me come on this side. Let me see if there's some over here. There's a bolt here. And I think that's pretty much it. Alright, guys. Just don't lose the grommets, guys, because you're not gonna find these things. You're gonna have to buy a whole kit. Alright, if you remove this little guy, there's a grommet down there. And put it somewhere safe, right, where you're not gonna lose it. Alright, the grommets. Let's see what we could do about the grommets. Alright, if you need to lift these, just lift them. Alright, let me leave these together. Whatever's loose, I'll just remove it. So these are just metal washers. I'm gonna remove them because I know I lost them one time before in another car and I never found it. And I was doing a small little silly job. I had to buy a whole new set of seals. Alright, so all around you can use a pick like so to lift them just like that, alright? And put these somewhere safe, guys. Alright, and now it's time for us to lift this little guy, which might not happen so easy. So use a small little pry bar, guys, and just try to grab or get an area where you can just lift this, alright? And these little rubber grommets are gonna fall out, so guys, let's just lift them all out. So all these little plastic pieces here, lift them all out. Alright, that's the last. Alright guys, I have them all in my hand. I have the metal washers that go on the top and these, and I'll put all of these in one little spot where I know I'm not gonna lose it. Now we can gently just lift this guy. The seal probably stuck, but just try not to damage the seal. Alright, and put this somewhere safe. Alright guys, I'm gonna try to talk to the customer and see if we can have them agree for us to put a new gasket for this guy. I'm not gonna charge him labor because he's paying me a lot of labor already. But anyways guys, see what I'm doing? Clean this area. This might be a little silicone on the sides. Alright, we'll get to that later, guys. But right now we need to move further. There's the timing belt, guys. And do replace the timing belt. Alright, with it. So I'm gonna order me a timing belt. And the seals, whatever I need, guys. The customer only bring the water pump. Anyways, let's come across here on this side. Alright guys, over here we have two number 10 millimeters. One is right here. We're gonna remove them both. And I want to mention one thing, guys. I might have more than one part on this video because it might be a long video. So if there's 2 or 3 parts, just watch them all before you do the job. And do subscribe, guys, because I always give out a lot of information that could be useful. It doesn't have to be just this job, one particular job we're doing. Alright, anyways, and you can always message me that you need help with this and I will get back to you when I get a chance. And trust me, I will get back to you. Alright, so guys, I got my socket stuck on this bolt, but here's one bolt. Alright, timing bolts, I like to keep top bolts on the top, bottom on the bottom. Right, so here it is, guys. Here comes the second bolt. Get it loose and then I'll remove it completely. And the cover is already moving, guys. And here it comes. There's the second bolt, same side. Put it somewhere safe. And we should be able to lift this cover out of here. Just like so, right? And we should be able to put it right back there, just like that. Alright guys, there we have it. The cover's out. And let's put this to the side. Alright guys, I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to pause the camera and we'll come back. Alright, we're also going to be removing this engine mount because that belt is traveling right through it. But when we come back, we're going to go down below. We're going to remove the tire and work in the bottom area next. So we remove this driver's side front tire and we're right down here by the wheel well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this cover next. So simply take a needle nose or a flathead screwdriver or a clip removing tool you're gonna just take these clips off. If it has number 10mm bolt somewhere around here, remove those. But most likely you're gonna come across some type of a clips, right? Might be different type of clips, but these are different. I think these are aftermarket. I got a clip remover too, but I'm not gonna go over there to go get it because some of the people out there might not have it, and they might want to see it, how to remove it in a different way. And there you go, the whole cover just fell down. That's normal. All right, guys, and there's my belt for the power steering pump. I'm gonna take that, put it to the side, and we gotta also loosen up this belt. All right, before we do that, we're gonna take off this little mount right here. So let me go grab my tools, and then I'll put my light somewhere in a better direction. But let me go grab tools. All right, guys, so we're gonna remove this number 19 here first. So if you have an impact gun, put an impact gun on and remove that bolt. I mean the nut on that bolt. There's gonna be a washer. Usually 99% of the time this mount is broken, but I'll talk to him about that also. All right, so if your car has a broken mount, replace it with a new one. Anyways, we're also gonna take off this complete thing. All right, so there's number 14 bolt down here. Is it 14? I thought it was a 14. Yeah, it's a 14, but it's rusted. There you go, that's one. And then you have another one on this side. Don't worry, nothing's gonna happen. It's not gonna fall or anything, but let me grab my light because I cannot get a good look of that. All right, there's no bolt on that side. I don't wonder why there's no bolt. I'm trying to take it out, but there's nothing there. Anyway, guys, we're also, so what is this held in by if there's no bolt? Well, there is a bolt, but it's more towards this way, a little angled. All right, so let me, I'm looking at something wrong. All right, guys, there's a bolt right here. Right, I probably gotta get a different tool. The socket is not going on it, so I'm gonna be right back. I went and got me this chrome socket, and it fits well. I got an adapter and extension. The reason why I can't get it out is because there's no clearance for that big fat impact socket to go in there, so this one goes in there pretty good. All right, so let me get this out of here. It's all spinning freely. This bolt is a nightmare, guys. There it is, guys. Alright, I got both of the bolts out. And you should be able to get this little guy out of there. Alright, guys, so far looking good. Next, I'm gonna remove this stud also, alright? So let me back up my camera. So I'm gonna put this gun on it just like so. See how I have it? So what I did was take that gun, and this whole stud for the mount will come out. Simple, alright? This is gonna give us a lot of clearance. Keep all that stuff together, guys. Don't misplace it and don't lose it. Guys, now we remove this little stud right up above this. We have this little idler pulley. This is the not idler, tensioner pulley. We're gonna remove that. But to remove that, we're gonna remove the whole thing. But to remove that, we had to loosen the tensioner first. So this little big bolt right here is a tensioner bolt. All right. So we're gonna release this. Then we'll bring the car down and we'll release the tension. All right. All right, guys. While we down here, we're also gonna look on this side a little bit, and we have number 14 right here for the alternator. We're gonna loosen this bolt because we're gonna have to also take off this belt right here. So I'm gonna go get number 14, and we're gonna loosen that bolt, that nut right there. And as you can see right here, green buildup right here, this is a sign that water pump is leaking and it's dripping down. All right, guys, got me number 14. And we're gonna just loosen that bolt. Couple of threads, and that's it, guys. Just leave it there. Now we're gonna bring the car down, and we're gonna check everything on the top. We're gonna remove this belt. We're gonna loosen the alternator. There's another bolt on that from the top, and then we're gonna bring the car down. We'll remove the crank and the tensioner completely, and then we'll have access to the timing cover. All right, and then we'll remove the mount also later on. All right, guys, right down here you have number 12 on the alternator. All right, do the same thing, loosen it and just leave it there. Do not remove it completely, because once you loosen it, you can just simply push the alternator. Let me get a couple of more threads, so it's not gonna bother me when I push that little guy. All right, there you go. That should be free enough. So let me go grab a pry bar. So, and there's my antifreeze, guys. So I got me a small little pry bar here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna push this alternator forward. All right, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I gotta do it somehow, some way. There you go, guys. Just use a little leverage or just pull on the belt. All right, there you go. And after that, you should be able to remove this belt. If you need to do a little bit more, guys, just do a little bit more. But I think I should be able to remove this belt. Let me do a little bit more, guys. Alright, it's not going any further. Anyways, I'll be able to get a better angle from the bottom. Alright, I'll remove that bolt. Anyways, we're gonna come right down here next. Alright, guys, right here you have a nut and a bolt to release the tensioner for this other belt, which is for the AC. All right, so that's this little guy right here. So let me go get some tools and we'll do the same thing. I got me number 12 here, deep socket, and I have it on my electric gun. So first I'm gonna loosen that bolt right there, the nut. Once you loosen that, all right, you're gonna need number 8 with extension if you like, and you're gonna put it right on top of that. Okay, it's not even number 8, I believe it's number 7. So let me go get another socket, guys. And one got me number 7 here. This is number 7. So I got me a long extension which goes right on top of that, just like that. And then I put an adapter on this so I can put my little electric gun. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen that, and let's see if that tensioner drops. All right, there you go. That tensioner dropped. And we'll leave it right there, guys. All right, and this belt should just fall right out, just like that. Pretty much done up here, guys. We ain't gonna remove the engine mount yet, but I am gonna take this power steering pump, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just lift it above this so it does not bother my timing belt or the pulleys or anything like that. All right, I'm talking about the timing pulleys. Alright, so it is bothering me a little bit, but I will gently move it out of the way later on. But anyway, guys, we're gonna go down there and we're gonna do the rest of it. Alright, guys, we're back under the car, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this little tensioner right here completely, but take off this belt, put it to the side, and keep the belts in order, because the power steering belt and this AC belt, they're about the same size. You might mix it up, and you don't want that, guys. Alright, so I'm removing this little guy right here, which is not easy to do. I should have done it from the top. So this little guy, remove it from top. Alright, you know what, better yet, I push it to the side. We don't even need to replace it or remove it. Alright, guys, so this belt did not want to come out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get number 19. I'm gonna turn this crank pulley, and the belt should just come right off that alternator. So let me go get number 19. I have a number 19 socket right here, and I need a ratchet now. trying to get that belt off. The alternator does not give enough clearance and the belt is going back on. So I'm just looking at this side, guys. Just trying to get that belt out of the way. Whoa, light, come back. Ever since I bought this light, it fell on every single job. Alright guys, just force the belt to the side a little bit and turn the crank. And there we have it, guys. Belt is out. Alright guys, there we have it, alright? Anyways, let's remove this number 19 and we're almost there, alright? So let me get my impact gun. Alright guys, so I'm gonna remove this 19. There you go. And that's what we're saying. Should be able to move the harmonic balancer, the crank pulley. Alright guys, just wiggle it like that and it should come out. Inside here guys, you have this little guy right here. Do not lose it, alright? This little guy right there. Very important because that's going to keep the crank pulley alive. So this is the little guy we're talking about. I'm going to take it and just save it just about now. Right there, right guys? Alright, next guys, we have number 10 here, number 10 here, and number 10 there. And there's one number 10 all the way up there. Usually I take the hard one out first. And it's right next to the alternator right there, guys. Alright, so I'm using this medium size number 10 socket. And it's loose. And I could just put my hand in there and turn it by my fingers. My socket, but I still got my hand on the bolt, and there comes the bolt, guys. Right, let me put it down here. All right guys, we have 1 2 3 more left. All right, I'm gonna take off this last. All right, it looks clean and dry and easy for me to work on. That's a number 10. And that's the number 10. I really don't even want to touch this bolt because it's all greasy. Right. And the top one is loose. Let me just get my socket out of here and I'll just turn. Alright, so this one's loose. Time for it to come out. One last bolt, guys, and this cover should come out. There's another one. So all I have is this one bolt left. Take my ratchet. And there we have it, guys. Save these 3 bolts, 4 bolts, just put it somewhere to the side like I did so. Alright guys, here comes the cover. Magic. There's the leaking pump, guys, and all this green stuff here is coming from the water pump. So we're almost there, guys. So let's continue, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do next, but let me set everything up.